Practice exercise 3, time, speed, distance. Question 15. Working alone, A and B can do a job in 25 and 20 days respectively. A started the work alone and after 10 days was joined by B. Total number of days taken by A and B to complete the work. Again, the question is about A and B not working completely together but partly together. Please start by assuming a certain amount of work. The amount of work, you should say A does the work in 25 days, B does the work in 20 days. So let the amount of work be LCM of 25 and 20, which is equal to 100. So if the amount of work is 100 units, A will do 4 units per day, B will do 5 units per day. A started the work alone and after 10 days was joined by B. So the total amount of work is equal to 100 units. A worked alone for 10 days. So A alone worked for 10 days and his speed is 4 units per day. So the amount of work done by A alone is 10 into 4, 40 units. And the amount of work which is balanced is 60 units. These 60 units were finished by A and B together working at the rate of 5 plus 4, 9 units per day. So how many days did A plus B work together? A plus B did 60 units at the rate of 9 units per day, which would be 60 upon 9, 6, 2 by 3 days or 6.66 days. Okay. So the total number of days required to finish the work is 10 days A worked alone plus 6.66 days A and B worked together. So the total number of days required is 16.66. Correct answer, choice D. Had the question been for how many days did A and B work together? They worked together for 6.66 days. Okay. But here the question was how many days were taken by A and B to complete the work? It has to be 10 days A worked alone, 6.66 days A and B worked together. So the correct answer is 16.66 days. Let us look at an alternate method of doing this question. Could be faster for many of you, but yes, I will erase the. Let us look at an alternate way of solving this question, which will be faster, and I will erase the slide to create space. Yes. Now just quickly the data. A can do a piece of work in 25 days. B can do the same piece of work in 20 days. A started the work and worked for 10 days. So A worked for 10 days. After that, A and B work together. We need to find for how many days to complete the work. Okay. So I can start by saying A does 4% of the work per day, B does 5% of the work per day. So in 10 days, A has done 40% of the work. Out of the total 100% work, 40% has been done by A working alone in 10 days. That means A and B together would have, when they were working together, would do 60% of the work. But when they work together, they do 9% of the work per day. So the number of days required will be 60% upon 9%, which again is 60 by 9, which is nothing but 6.66. So working together, they will take 6.66 days to complete 60% of the work. Earlier in 10 days, A has done 40% of the work. So the total number of days required will be 10 plus 6.66. Now if you are comfortable with percentages, you will find that many a times this is a better method of solving the question rather than assuming the quantity of work. Obviously this means you should be comfortable with percentages with your reciprocals. If you are not comfortable with reciprocals from 1 by 1 to 1 by 30, please don't follow the percentage method. Go straight for the amount of work, which means let the amount of work be LCM of, in this particular question, 25 and 20.